Welcome back to Regs Automotive. Today we're prepping this frame to get it installed in that Jeep on the left right there. Travis in the background. Russ told him in the frame up. So it'll be nice and black when we're all set. We're just going to put it up in this Jeep. Pretty good frame. Looks like customer got it out of the junkyard, but this is the Jeep right here that we're going to be installing that frame on. It's got to drop everything out of it. Put in the new body mounts. I guess they tried with this one, but you can see all the rust in there, right? Bunch of rust is coming out on the frame. For me, I wouldn't be doing it, but this is the job that the customer wants us to do. He wants us to put a new frame in his vehicle. Somebody put a wire back here. I don't know what this is all about, but it looks like it's an ABS wire that someone has installed aftermarket. So he's got to take everything out of this Jeep here and put the new frame on it and put it back together. What a hell of a job. But Travis is getting the frame all prepped up, in order for us to be able to reinstall it. Well, not reinstall it, install the frame on this rusty old Jeep here. Rusty old JK with a 3.8. Pretty good motor. The motor runs good. But he has the mud tires on it. I'm not a big fan of the mud tires because of the vibration. When you want to use it on the street, couple of seals there that needs to be replaced, as you can see. But that is a long way from now. We just have to get that frame in the vehicle first before we can actually do that. But as you can see, the frame is in pretty good shape originally. But before we install it, we just want to put the Rust-Oleum on it so we can give it a good look once it's installed in the vehicle. She's gonna be able to flip this frame over when we're done, and then we'll do the bottom part of it. But so right now we're doing the top. Nice and Rust-Oleum up all the way down the frame right there. And we're gonna have Travis put this frame in when we're done with it. Probably will take us like maybe 2 or 3 days to get it done, replace all the brake lines on the inside of the frame right here, while we have a chance. New fuel pump and everything on there. But as you can see, that it's going to be a pretty intense job labor-wise. As you can see, gonna get all up in the crevices over there, Yep. Good old Rust-Oleum. Yep. This is the kind of work there that we just basically take it how we usually get it here at Regs Auto. So welcome back to Regs Automotive, where everything we do is hard. Today we're attempting to replace this frame on a Jeep GK 2011 Jeep Wrangler Sahara. 5-speed manual. Just finished prepping the frame. The customer supplied the frame. And before we went ahead and installed the frame, we just wanted to get the frame all prepped up. So it's nice and undercoated and Rust-Oleum that we did use. Sorry about the mess around the garage, but this is the two Home Depot stands we had to use to put the frame on it in order for us to be able to coat the frame. So the frame is nice and coated back and front, as you can see, and it came out jet black, just the way we want it before we install it. Because we're up in the New England area, a lot of salt, so these frames usually get rotted a lot. This one was in good shape. I just didn't want to put it in just so raw. I wanted to make sure that the customer has a good experience moving forward with his vehicle. So the frame is nice and prepped, and the vehicle is on the inside that way. And we're going to be trying to attempt to replace all the body mounts and all of the body bolts, all of the brake lines, and everything that's rusted that goes with it. So when this car is finished, it's going to be just like new. All right, as we get back with it here today, I'm going to try to lift the frame off of lift the body off of the frame so we can get access to the frame to replace it. So all the bolts are loose. I think I have everything all set. And I'm going to lift this up with the jack, with the lift. Actually, just tie this on to the side so I can pull the body of the vehicle back onto the lift. That way we don't have a problem with the body just tipping over. Okay, let's try to do that. Want to make sure that that I am actually all free and ready and set, ready to go here. And clear. Everything seems to be clear from the bottom. I did have one bolt on the right rear that I have to actually use my cutoff tool to get rid of that bolt. It's gonna be nice and tight here. Looks like we are. Here we go. Step by step. No one-time rush. I want to make sure that we have everything apart in some kind of manner. That we're not actually ripping anything off of the vehicle. And it looks like I need another strap on this side. Make sure that. Everything looks nice and free and clear. Nice and free and clear. Let's see one air conditioning line on the top here that I might want to get rid of. The line is actually free, but let me try to take it out of here. That's a free line. Oh, 10 millimeter, we'll just take it off of the expansion valve on the firewall. It's gonna go up here. Alright. 10. Right off. That's off. We should be free and clear. We're going way up right now. Check on that. Couple more inches here. Double check. Everything looks like it's clear. Clear. All right. Looks like we're taking that all the way up. Still don't think we have enough clearance, but we should have the proper clearance here. Good luck. So very nice and free, everything's away. We do need one more strap if I have to think about it, but oh my god, this frame is ridiculous. Bad. So I'm just going to take it out and I'm going to support the back half of it with there's a crank I use in the back over here to wind up jack. It's already sitting back here. I'm going to use to support the back of it. Support the weight. Support. Right, just a little bit more. Right, the frame on these vehicles are very heavy. Very, very heavy. That's what we need to use to support. is what we need. Obviously, I'm going to try to get another strap to be on the safe side and secure this half right there. All right, so there we have it. The body's off of the frame, and we're just going to get the engine out of this thing. And we're also going to get the frame and everything, just get everything all dismantled. I'm going to take you guys up here to show you. Grab this camera here. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, frame is rotted, very rotted everywhere. Even over here, you can see right there, it's all rotted out. All over there. This is what happens to a Jeep when it spends too much time in the New England area. You get a lot of rot. Got to change all these lines, all the brake lines, all the power steering lines while we at it. We got to pull the motor out of it and get the motor to sit on the side and into the new frame. But this is how it looks. See that? That is all rotted and torn off. Going to replace in all of the engine mounts and all of the body mounts on the vehicle. The actual unibody actually looks kind of in good condition. Like I said, again, it was advised not for the customer to be able to replace this frame, but I guess the customer has so much sentimental attachment to the vehicle that he opted in to get the frame replaced. This is I've never attempted to do something like this, but we're here, so we always adventurous. We wanted to get involved with it and to see what the outcome would be like. As you can see, the shock mount right here, that is completely destroyed. Come on, Jeeps, build better frames. For something like this, if this was a foreign vehicle, they would have had that manufacturer replace this frame. As you can see that they did try to undercoat it, but unfortunately, that wouldn't work out. But we did a very, very good job on the frame that we have sitting on the outside over here that we're going to replace here with this vehicle. Back in the 2010 Jeep Wrangler, this is a Jeep right here. Jeep is suspended up in the air and the frame is all apart, and we're attempting to pull the engine out of it right now. So we're going to pull this engine, going to set it aside, and then we're going to attempt to remove the front axle and then the back axle. So the two axles, the drive shaft for the front differential and the drive shaft for the rear differential, they're all disconnected right now. And as you can see, all the rot that, we can probably poke a hole through this frame and everything is falling apart right there. This is what we are trying to accomplish right now. Fortunately, this is what happens up in the New England area when a vehicle is not properly undercoated like we did on the other frame right there. And this is what we have to go through in order for us to be able to change the frame on this vehicle. Don't know why the customer opted in to do that, but in our case, the customer is always right. So we're going to attempt to do what the customer wants us to do. So that is the Jeep up with the frame. And just for pointers, the cab itself is actually a lot more heavy than what you see right here. So this is where most of the weight is in terms of the vehicle sometimes, because this is very heavy. I had to strap it on the other side and suspend it with this wind-up jack that we have here right there. But the vehicle it's a very heavy vehicle, and we just want to make sure that we do all the due diligence, that way we don't have any accidents while trying to replace this frame. So first up, we're going to remove that engine, and after we get that engine out, then we're going to attempt to work on the front and rear suspension. And once that's all set, we'll be able to bring the new frame in and put the new frame in position in order for us to be able to accomplish what we're trying to do. The gas thing has to come out. We're going to replace the gas pump while we're at it. Probably put some new shocks and new brake lines. As you can see, the lines are running back and forth. We want to get that all squared away. Wiring harness and all prepped up before we attempt to put the engine back in. Once we put the engine back in, we'll remove the the power steering box right there. Make sure we lubricate the shafts because these are kind of hard positions to get to when the vehicle is assembled. So we're gonna try to do all of that. We might want to replace the slave cylinder and the piping that goes along with that. So this exhaust, it should be a system where it is actually where you can actually separate it. But in this case, because the vehicle is so old, the customer went ahead and just welded everything all the way through. So in order for us to get the engine up, as you can see, the engine hoist is already in position to be able to remove it. We have to cut this exhaust. So I don't have the saw with me today. I'm going to bring that in. And once that is separated, we'll take this drive shaft out right there. And then we'll kind of like, move the engine right up with it. So I'm going to keep you guys updated as we continue with the process here. This is the strap. We had to, luckily we had that overbar. So we're able to use that overbar and strap the vehicle down on the lift so that it wouldn't move. It wouldn't get kind of top heavy and probably fall and injure someone. But this is what it is. And this is what it takes to change the frame in a Jeep. It's usually something that gets done at the time of when the vehicle that is being manufactured. But definitely got our work cut out here for us. We're going to try to attempt to replace this. Does not look very pretty right now, but hopefully we can get it back looking like a Jeep. All right, let's boogie with this. We can try to lift this motor. I think we got everything all. We cut the exhaust and the engine is nice and free. So we're going to be bringing this engine up and out. Where are we going to put it once we get it off? That's the question. It should have been right in the corner right here, but I guess we're going to have to drag this one out. All right, so you want to jack it up? I'll be here checking to make sure that we get everything off. Looks like it's pretty clean. Hold on, wait 1 second. Got a free, good old famous engine mount. I was just stuck over here. I was the one that actually wind up knocking the bolt loose. Wet. Okay, make sure that because you have to be able to pass. I think we're all the way up on the lift, so we gotta be able to pass right here. So keep going. So pull it forward a little bit. Freaking tires are too big on this vehicle. Okay, stop. We take a look now. Make sure that everything is free, and pull forward a little bit. So hold it tight forward. Keep going until you clear that.
The oil pan's not clear.
Huh?
Oil pan.
Alright. The freaking, you know why? The tires are so big, so it kind of lift the vehicle right up. That is why we're not able to clear. But we'll make sure that we'll squeeze it by. Even if we have to turn it the other way. But give it a couple more pumps on that. Huge tire. Okay, stop right there. Is it clear? Okay? Alright, 1 second. Looks like we run into a little trouble. Ready to come back. It's almost there, right? Yeah, power the engine. Ooh, tires are too big. Do we have to take tires off? To lower the front? I should think we have some more room on this. Oh, we should have some more room on this, sorry. 1 second. Just 1 inch. Wow. Give it a couple more pumps. We're good. We clear the oil pan?
Yeah.
Alright, just pull back now. Pull back first. Gotta clear a couple more obstacles. Pump it again. One more pump. Go right there. Go ahead, go forward. Change your knot. Keep pumping. There we go. There we go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All right, so we're looking good. So now it's like, this is actually top heavy and probably could topple. So we want to make sure that when we I didn't want to take the converters off. Just leave it like that. So eventually we have more than enough room. So we'll open the door and we'll put it slightly forward. Alright, small garage, so that's what happens. Slightly forward. But when you get to the drop off, just make sure that you don't put it too far. Go ahead. Nice and straight. Okay. Okay, hold it. 1 second, I'll come and help you. So that's what we have to do more. Nice and straight. Stop. You want to tilt it? A little bit more. Okay, hold on 1 second. Don't fight it too much. It's what we use. Alright, cool. Stop. Let it down a little bit. So control by letting it down, we're going to control the top heaviness of it. Right? You can see that's not too straight. Slow it down. Good. Alright, looking good. 1 second. Alright, good. No, it's not top heavy anymore. You can back it out. And just in case we have to bring the truck in, we'll put it over there. Right there. Come on. Push forward, please. Good. All right, now that we got the motor out, you can leave the jack right there. Come back in and close the door before we all freeze. That was a tough one. So the motor's on the outside. We have to take some parts off of the suspension here in order to put it onto the new frame. That's what we're going to do. And then we'll bring everything back in and we're all set. Hey there, welcome back. Just an update on the 2010 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport frame swap. As you can see, both frames are on the floor. We're almost finished swapping everything over on the other frame that was provided. And this is just the frame that came out of it. And you can see this was in really, really bad shape. So this customer or driver was basically taking a risk driving his vehicle around with this frame that was so bad. So you can see the whole back half, instead of just taking the bolts off of it, we had to just chop it out in order for it to be able to fit our application. But the engine is sitting over here that we just pulled out earlier. And we're going to put that engine back in the new frame that we had prepped and have ready, sitting on the ground. So it's got the Mickey Thompson tires on it. This vehicle, I guess, it does a lot of off-roading. We're still gonna put a little bit more undercoat on it. I did find a bad brake line right here. The brake lines, they were pretty good because I guess they're plastic coated, but it was just bad in this spot. And I really, really like the way our frame came out. Our frame came out really, really nice, that we put a lot of time and effort into prepping the frame. So this is the almost completed process. We got the suspension back and front on. We just have to put the gas tank in. It sits right over here. And then we're going to put the engine that's going to sit right up in the belly of that cradle right there. So once that is done, then we'll use our tow truck on the other side of the building. And we're going to actually spin this frame around and actually back it right into bay number 2 in order for us to be able to just drop the frame on top of drop the body on top of the frame. We are going to put some new motor mounts, frame mounts right now. We have it in stock. I told the guy to change his power steering, all the power steering lines, but he opted out not to do that. So really, really nice. Like I said, we're still going to put a little bit on the coating on it, on top of the frame itself, so we could make sure that it's properly coated. It would be nice to just coat the axles and stuff like that, but for the most part, they usually hold up pretty good. I'm not sure about the suspension, if it needs ball joints or like always, they always need greasing and stuff like that. We're probably going to give it a good grease before it leaves here. And hopefully by early part of next week, it should be a driving vehicle. It should be driving. Put a new muffler exhaust system on it itself and just get it rolling down the road. Yep. But that's what it is. This frame was in really, really, really bad shape. Really bad shape. But I've never attempted to do anything like this, but I guess there's always a first time for everything. Worked out pretty good. We're just going to chop this up in about 3 pieces and get everything off of it and call the junk man to come pick it up. But that's just the process. So this 3.8 we're going to put back in. Also, I think it has a water leak on the back of it from the intake right there. So I'm going to ask the customer if he wants to get that done while it's out. And then we could put it back in, put some new valve cover gaskets on it. And just put it back in the vehicle. But yeah, that's it. Thought I had to use the lift on the outside in order for me to be able to do it, but I guess we don't need to do that. So I just like the way it looks right there. It's just blacked out and it's looking pretty, like something that came out of a Mad Max movie or something like that. You can just put some chairs on it and you can just drive it down the street. Look pretty good. But gonna keep you guys updated as the process move forward. And like I said, I'm promising you guys, hopefully early part of next week, or probably even this weekend, we can have this thing driving with a completed product, which will put a smile on the customer's face. All right, thanks for watching, and the progress will continue. Welcome back to Regs Automotive, where everything we do is hard. Today is the day where the customer is picking up his Jeep. The Jeep is completed with the new frame and it seems to be running pretty good, as you can see right there, and you can hear actually. That's the frame that's installed in the vehicle. And these bumpers, guys, these bumpers are very, very heavy. Solid metal, as you can see right here. But all in all, the vehicle is complete and the customer is very happy with it. He's here to pick it up and also pay his bill. So that was the new frame that was installed. And everything came out just the way we expected it to be. No leaks or anything like that. And customer is very, very happy with it. Just gonna show you guys right here. And as you can see that she's running really, really good. Really, really nice. So this was a tough job. I learned a lot of things on the way. And fortunately, we were able to make this customer happy. So the vehicle is all set and he's here to pick it up. Right? Everything in there. Okay, my friend. The vehicle is all set. You're going to get that for me, right? Yeah. The keys in it, you're going to need some gas. Yeah. I'm going to... Yes. So 160. Drive the car. So I can see you drive off with it. All right, he's now getting in his Jeep. Don't ask me why he did the job, but some people have some personal, sentimental attachments to a lot of items that we are all unique to. We all like stuff, but this is just one of them. You know, we did the job on the inside. We couldn't do it in the outside because of the weather. And nice and straightened out. And there you go. She's just driving out of here. She is driving out of here. All set and ready to go, just like I promised. Just like I promised. And there she goes. All right, having said that, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Yet again, another successful project. And we will continue to keep up the good work and keep bringing positive content to keep you guys entertained. Thanks a lot for watching. Your boy Rex is out.